Welcome to this is my channel, and today I bring you a new manga about depression, lust, and all the reasonable things that you totally should not do. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Watashi no Fushidara, or Our Misconduct. Now, what I like about this manga is this thing doesn't hold back on anything. And by anything, I mean anything. For starters, let's talk about pedophilia. And what is love? The nature of love, or when can you actually feel love? Or is it something that should actually be pursued when you know it shouldn't be? This manga has a 4-star rating and it is written by Omi Takeshi, who's known for his sex scenes. And sex scenes this manga got a lot of. But for cultured intellectuals like me, we stay here for the story. Because sticks and stones may break my bones, but nothing hits like good old fucking depression. And this story literally told me that if you think your life is meaningless, then there are people in this world that got dealt a very worse hand than yourself. So our story starts with a high school teacher who, while growing up, had no drive, no special abilities, not so good in studies, and a virgin all the way through. Just like you guys. Relatable, isn't it? Very well, but the only thing that is not relatable that she gets a job as a high school teacher and she's actually pretty good at it. But life is still meaningless. Without finding love, there is no spark in her life, and she's always looking for that extra spice that she never gets. Now enter Yuki, the 14-year-old heartthrob. At the ripe age of 35, our main character finally finds a love interest. But this is a love that is forbidden by God himself. The relationship between a teacher and student is already pretty fucked up as it is, and a love relation between them has no future. But love is blind and very illegal in this story. So as any responsible adult would, the teacher just goes home without telling the kid how she feels and masturbates like a madwoman. But after the dirty deed is done, the post-nut clarity hits her so fucking bad that every fucking choice made in her entire life hits her, and she thinks, maybe if I was born 10 years later, maybe if I did the right thing, maybe if this kid grew up to be a Chad, maybe, if I had a chance with him, my life would have been better. Now, the irony of the situation is, after finally finding what she was looking for her entire life, the one spark in her life that she needed to keep going on, keep moving on, is literally a 14-year-old who she can't fucking marry or who she can't fucking love. Whenever he reaches his adulthood, she'll all be fucking over the wall, and you know the wall comes from every woman. The depression hit her so bad that killing herself wasn't seen as a bad option. But what is the meaning of it if she finds the meaning of life and she can't fucking move on with it? Now this is the part where the supernatural part of the manga actually comes into play, because the fucking devil shows up and gives her a deal. So she was like, hey yo, listen, I'm fucking bored, alright? I need some entertainment in my life, so I'ma just turn you into a 14-year-old so you can pursue your goddamn love life and give me some entertainment. She was like, oh hell yeah, this sounds fucking good. But the devil was like, nah, you got a fucking counter on your shit. She basically have 999 seconds or some shit, which already goes backwards. And once this thing hits zero, she was gonna turn into a 35-year-old again. But there's a catch. The only way she can refill this counter is by having sex with that 14-year-old, which is already pretty, illegal. But love is love and it must be fulfilled. So now our main character, blessed with these newfound weapons, goes on a boy hunt. And boy, does she go on a boy hunt. Using her 35-year-old womanly skills in a 14-year-old's body, it was no fucking hard job to get that boy head over heels loving with her. Now once she gets the boy, all the weird shenanigans starts to happen, which includes rape, murder, attempted murder, kidnapping, and much more, which I'm gonna spoil none of it, because you gotta go check it out on your own. The entire story sums up in 13 chapters, and the twists and turns are the real meat and bones of this story, so I can't tell you anything without spoiling the story. I really recommend this story. It's got a great good punch of depression in there, and what it truly means to love someone, and with a very uncomfortable question, how much sex is too much sex? As a final rating to this manga, I will give it, I'm way too much horny to be fucking reading this manga out of 10.